Hello, and welcome back to the Home Sweet Healthy Homes podcast. I'm your host, Kate, and I hope you all enjoyed last week's episode all about the office of healthy homes and a little introduction to who we are and what we do. So today we'll be talking about our lead program, also known as the South Shore Healthy Homes program. And we're going to be taking a deeper dive into what lead is and how our program can help. So before we talk about what the South Shore Healthy Homes program is, let's chat a little bit about what lead is, what is lead poisoning, a little bit about the history of lead and why it's found in our homes, and what you can do if you find that you're in a situation where someone you know or you find yourself having lead poisoning. So, what is lead? So, lead is a naturally occurring toxic metal found in the Earth's crust. It is very poisonous to humans, but it can also be found in soil, lead-based paint, as well as in water pipe. Lead isn't found as frequently in water pipes as it is in the other two, but in the past it could be found. But now, like I said, it's not found as much. In Quincy, lead is found in less than 1% of water pipes. So it definitely is not many in Quincy. If a child were to consume lead through lead paint chips or lead dust, it could have hazardous effects on their health. They can suffer from developmental and behavioral issues. It also has an impact on the development of the brain and the nervous system. Younger children are more likely to have lead poisoning because of the paint chips, their sweet taste of the paint chips. What is lead poisoning? Poisoning is the gradual buildup of lead intake over time, and there is no level of exposure to lead that is known to be without harmful effects. And lead can also be released into the blood during pregnancy as well, and become a source of exposure to a baby that has not even been born yet. But don't worry, lead poisoning is preventable. Lead exposure is preventable. Let's talk about a little bit behind the history of lead and why it's so commonly found in paint. People began adding lead to paint to accelerate the drying times and create a long-lasting finish. However, at the beginning of the use of lead in paint, many people were completely unknown to the potential environmental and health problems that could arise from the lead-based paint being ingested or breathed in. And a fun little fact for you all, there was some medieval texts that did warn against the dangers of paint, claiming it could lead to paralysis or epilepsy, which is a really cool fact that I had no idea about, which I just found. Back in the early days of when lead was introduced to paint, it would contain up to 70% of lead, which is absolutely crazy compared to today, where if you ingest even the smallest bit, you can get poisoned. But it was still continued to be used all throughout the 19th century. And it was used in homes built before 1978. So some homes that were built before 1978 in the United States do contain some traces of lead-based paint. So that's why it's so important to continue testing different lead levels in different living areas, bedrooms, garages, and even sometimes your soil to just ensure the safety of your family, your friends, your pets. Lead paint does peel off and fall on to the ground in chips or larger pieces like sheets. And so the dangerous thing about lead lead paint chips is that they taste really sweet. And so that's why lead poisoning in the United States became so prevalent in toddlers and young children, because they would eat the paint chips or suck on the toys or bite on the toys that are coated in the lead paint dust that is falling off the walls from the lead paint. But even if you're not eating the lead paint chips, you are still inhaling some of the dust coming off of the paint, which is also extremely harmful for your body. If you are trying to remove lead by yourself, out and experience de-leader, you could get a high rate of lead poisoning. And another fun fact, that lead paint was banned for residential use in 1977 in the United States, but in Europe, it was just starting to become banned in the 1920s. So the United States actually, as you can hear, or as you just heard, the United States kept using the lead paint for much longer after Europe had found that it was really toxic for humans. So how to remove lead from your body, how to prevent lead being ingested into your body. First, you can follow the 8 principles of a healthy home as created by HUD. So the 8 principles of a healthy home are some ways that give you ideas as to how to live a healthy life. And this relates to how to prevent lead poisoning by keeping a healthy home and a clean house. And so one of the 8 principles is to keep it clean, keep it clutter-free. The other principles are to keep it clean, keep it dry, contaminant-free, keep it pest-free, keep it well-maintained, keep it safe, keep it well-ventilated. So those are the 8 principles of a healthy home, and just some ideas and suggestions on how to live a healthy life. Also, if you find that you know someone who has lead poisoning, your child has lead poisoning, they can eat these superfoods to get lead out of their body. And so all of these foods absorb the lead out, and they're really good for someone who has lead poisoning. So, iron-rich foods like red meats, fish, chicken, calcium-rich foods like green leafy veggies, milk, yogurts, cheese, vitamin C-rich foods, oranges, grapes, tomatoes, green peppers, as well as water. Let's get some recipes that I can give to you guys using those ingredients. Here are some healthy recipes to help your child fight against lead poisoning. So here are some snack options. There can be an avocado garden salad, baked sweet potato fries, spicy or regular, cosmic cucumber wrap that has beef, onion, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, and a tortilla with ranch dressing. For breakfast, there's oatmeal swirlers, which is oatmeal, peanut butter, and jelly. A cheese omelet is a great idea, as well as French toast. For lunch, try serving a grilled cheese and tomato sandwich, pizza bagels, or a good old tuna salad sandwich. And for dinner, chicken stew or veggie chili. Those all sound so good. So, if you find yourself or you find your child experiencing some lead poisoning, definitely serve them some of those meals, and that will hopefully absorb most of the lead. You can find those online. So let's talk a little bit about our program and how it can help people who may think that they have lead in their house. Our program is called the South Shore Healthy Homes Program, and we offer up to $20,000 in a 5-year forgivable loan. So that means if you live in your house for 5 years, the loan will be completely forgiven. After you fill out the application, that will ask you about your income, where you live. We will have a lead inspector come in, look at your house, inspect your house, and see if there's lead in there, how much lead is in there. After that, then we'll have certified de-leaders come in and remove it from your house. Once you're done, you'll get a letter of full de-leading compliance, and you'll be on to go with your way. If there is a lot of lead in your house and perhaps you may have to move out, don't worry, we'll provide you a stay in a hotel that has a kitchen, or if you find that you have family or friends that you would like to stay with, then we'll provide up to $1,000 for you to go stay with them. So if you have to move out, we will provide the housing or extra money for you. In order to be eligible for our program, you need to have a child under the age of 6, a house built before 1978, and you have to fall under our income guidelines. Our income guidelines can be found on our website. You go to the programs page and scroll all the way down to the end. Our next episode, you'll hear from our first staff member, Joyce. So stay tuned, and don't forget to follow our Facebook, subscribe to our emails, and stay tuned for what this podcast has to offer. All right, feel free to check out our website, officeofhealthyhomes.org, and feel free to call our office, 617-376-1054. Bye.